If you are watching this, it is unlikely that you are financially careless. You probably work hard. You probably try to be responsible. You may already save something. You may already think about your future. And yet, there may still be a quiet concern in the background. Not panic. Not crisis. Just a subtle sense that everything depends on the next pay slip. If income paused for a few months, things might start to feel uncomfortable. That feeling is more common than people admit. This series exists because I have seen this pattern many times. Not in statistics. In real life. Friends. Family members. Former colleagues. Good people. Intelligent people. People with degrees, careers, and respectable incomes. And yet, many of them feel financially stuck. I have seen friends buy expensive homes they believed were assets, only to discover later that those homes mainly produced expenses. Mortgage payments, maintenance, taxes, insurance, all supported by one fragile income stream. I have watched colleagues work extremely hard for decades, but still feel like they were living from salary to salary. Not because they were irresponsible, but because no one ever explained the system clearly. And I have met many people who did everything they were told to do. Study hard. Get a good job. Be sensible. Save a little. Avoid mistakes. Yet something still feels incomplete. Almost as if an important piece of the financial puzzle was never taught. In many schools, we receive what I sometimes call facade education. We learn algebra. We learn history. We learn many useful things. But very few people are ever taught how money systems actually work. How income flows. How assets behave. How financial structures are designed. Or how wealth is quietly built over time. So this series exists for a simple reason. Not to impress anyone. Not to sell a dream. But to share ideas that many people were never shown. It is for the friend who works hard but quietly worries about money. It is for the colleague who feels trapped in the monthly cycle of income and bills. It is for the person who wants to do better financially but does not know where to begin. And it is for people who may never ask for help. Sometimes because they are too polite. Sometimes because they are too proud. And sometimes because they simply do not know what questions to ask. My hope for this series is modest. I am not trying to turn anyone into a billionaire instantly. I am not promising overnight transformation. What I hope is much simpler. If these ideas help someone move one or two economic brackets forward over the next decade, that would be meaningful. If someone builds a small financial buffer. If someone escapes constant financial anxiety. If someone begins to design their financial life more deliberately. That is success. Because the real problem for many people is not laziness. And it is not intelligence. The real problem is structure. There is a difference between earning money and building financial stability. Earning is activity. Building is design. You can be very active financially, working hard, paying bills, managing responsibilities, and still lack a structure that protects your future. For example, many professionals in their 30s and 40s earn well above average incomes. Yet a large number would struggle to cover 3 to 6 months of expenses without borrowing. That is not necessarily irresponsibility. Often it simply means the financial system was never designed deliberately. This series is about examining that system. Calmly, without judgment, and without unrealistic promises. Over the next episodes, we will look at several things. We will examine income concentration. We will examine lifestyle inflation. We will examine how banks, assets, and debt actually behave. And we will explore simple structural adjustments that can strengthen your financial position. Not through speculation, not through risky strategies, but through understanding how financial systems really work. Because when you understand the structure, you stop reacting to money and you begin designing with it. If you find this conversation useful, consider subscribing. This series is designed to build slowly. Each episode adds another layer of understanding, and over time those layers begin to connect. In the next episode, we will explore something important: the difference between being bad with money and being structurally exposed. Because many people who feel financially insecure are not making terrible decisions. They are simply operating inside fragile systems. And once you see that clearly, you can begin to change it. Until then, think structurally,